Now guys, we're going to be seeing how we can use the style attribute to place lovely styles on our text. First, like as you can see, I still have opened here my my format.html document which we used in our last tutorial. Then I'm just going to view this page in my browser. You can see this page just appears with the default styling for the paragraph tags that contains this text freaked out online training library. I'm going to jump back into my code, and the first thing I'm going to be doing is applying a color to this text. So I'm going to go into my paragraph, go space, with my style attribute equals my opening and closing quotes. Then the first property I'm going to be defining, since I want to check the color, is the color property. Now guys, note the spelling of color, C-O-L-O-R, no U. If you spell this with a U, you're not going to get your desired effect. So you have color. I'm going to set its value to something very visible, red. So you're going to set it to red. Good. And you see color property set to a value of red. I'm going to save that and jump to my page, reload it, and as you can see, I have my text colored red. Cool. Now the second thing I'm going to be doing to my text is applying a font weight, something called font weight. Font weight is actually what controls the thickness of your text. It controls the boldness of your text. So I'm going to put my semicolon delimiter in a space. I'm going to write font weight. Font weight. And I'm going to be setting my font weight value to bold. There are actually lots of values that you can use for this. You can even use pixel values like 100 pixel, 400 pixel, but I'm just going to set it to bold. Now note the way all these properties are being spelled. I know you'll be wondering where all these properties came from. Don't worry, before the end of this study, I'm going to give you a link to a lot of to places where you can get a lot of properties and their values, and so you can play around with a lot of them, use them to get your desired results. So I have font weight set to bold. Save that, go to my browser, reload, and you see my red text now appears bold. How cool is that? Good. Now going back to my code, and what I'm going to be trying to do now is to set a style for my text. To do that, I'm going to be using a property known as font style. Font style actually takes in 4 values. There's normal, for text to display normal, there's italic, there's oblique, and there's inherit. But inherit is actually a relative value, so we're just going to be using italic here as an example. You can play with other options. So I have my font style set to italic. I'll go back to my page, load it, and you see, voila, I have my text red, bold, and italicized. Good. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is sometimes you want your text to actually display larger than the browser displays it by default. Most browsers actually display text with 16 pixels height by default, so you might want something smaller than that or bigger than that. And using the 16 pixel midpoint, when you go above that, you're actually increasing the size of your text, and when you go below that, you're decreasing the size of your text. So I'm just going to be making this text bigger right now by setting the font size to be equal to, let's say, 24 pixels. That should work. I have my font size set to 24 pixels. Go back, reload my page, and as you can see, my text appears larger than it was before. Good. The next thing we're going to be doing is trying try and underline our text. I know some of you might be expecting that there will be some kind of font underline property, but no, it's not going to be that. The property that actually sets that for us is the text underline property. Text decoration rather, forgive me, my bad. Text decoration property. And since we want to underline our text, we simply set this to underline. Set this to underline. I'm just going to hit return on this so that you can see very well. Good. So I set my text decoration and put more space around here. Set my text decoration to underline. There are actually more options to this. You have overline, which puts a line on top of your text. There is also line through, which puts a line across your text, and there's also a very funny one called blink. That actually makes your text blink, even though that can be really annoying. So we're going to save this and preview it in our browser, and you see we have a neat underline text. Good. Now you can actually control the kind of font that your text displays in. Most browsers just display text in the default serif sans serif font, but we can actually switch this and define a property known as a font family. Then I'm going to set the value of this to, actually I'm getting something wrong here. Okay, I'm going to set the value of this to Arial. Set the value of that Arial, save that, go into my browser, refresh it, and you can see my text appears with the Arial font. So there's actually a lot of formatting options you can do with the style attribute, and I encourage you to follow the links we're going to be giving you at the end of this course. And you can also visit our site, that's figuredout.com, to